Hello guys, this is fairbinaryoptions.com, and like the name of this recording suggests, we're still looking at the US dollar, Canadian dollar, struggling with that rising wedge. Now, like the word is saying, or like the pattern is saying, that the rising wedge is falling, and because of that we're looking for lower values. Now, because we are trading binary options, looking at lower values, it means we will try to, or not we will try, we will buy put options, and as an expiration date we'll choose end of week expiration date. That means next Friday 21 GMT. Why end of week? Because we have quite a lot of important data to come. I'm talking about the non-farm payrolls in the United States. I'm talking about the jobs data in Canada on Friday. So we want to avoid that kind of volatility. What is the rising wedge we are looking for? This is a 4-hour chart on the US dollar, Canadian dollar. So basically any rising wedge travels within the 1 and 3 and the 2 to 4 trend line. This is the 1 and 3, and most likely this is our 2 to 4 trend line. Now, the most important trend line in any wedge, this time being a rising wedge, but this is just a coincidence, the most important trend line is the 2 to 4 trend line. By the time this one is broken, basically you are looking for price to keep moving to the downside, and you have some important values to look for, like the 50% retracement from the whole wedge to be reached in less than the time taken for the wedge to form, so on and so forth. Usually a rising wedge is coming either in the form of an ending diagonal or in the form of a terminal impulsive move. In the case of a terminal impulsive move, you have the overlapping between the fourth and the second wave. But in the case of an ending diagonal, basically it's just an impulsive move that should respect all those rules, and the waves should be you should follow the structure from that moment on. In a terminal impulsive move, on the other hand, you are looking only at corrective waves, in the sense that you are having only threes all over the place, so 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 5 waves. They should be labeled still with letters, but being corrective. In our case here, this is a rising wedge. This moment of time here normally should be viewed as the end of the previous wave, most likely a third wave, or maybe if the third wave here was a running variation of a contracting triangle, to be A, B, C, D, E, and also possible that the third wave actually to end here. For our analysis here, it doesn't really matter, because what does matter is the fact that price broke these 2 to 4 trend line. What to look for next? In terminal impulse, now if this was supposed to be an ending diagonal, it was a totally different story, but it is not an ending diagonal. Being a terminal impulsive move, it means that price is mandatory to move into the territory of the previous fourth wave. Now, the previous fourth wave, we said that it started here, if this is a running variation of a contracting triangle, and most likely will end to these lows here. Because of that, we are buying put options, as this area here is mandatory, but mark my words, mandatory to come. So if this area is mandatory to come, and this area starts at 109.48, but price now is 110.65, we would like to buy put options, looking for a move to the downside, and this move to the downside to come most likely this week. It remains to be seen what markets are going to do. We still have a lot of trading days in front of us until Friday, but that would be our suggestion here at fairbinaryoptions.com. So let's write it on the screen for everybody to see it. So we're buying put options. Let me make this one red so that we know that the outcome, or the scenario that we are looking at, is a bearish scenario or a scenario that points to lower values. So the outcome here should be to the downside. So buying put options with end of week expiration date is the logical thing to do. This is our recommendation, and we kind of, let's say, looking for price to confirm our scenario, probably with a more aggressive move, as this rising wedge as a terminal impulsive move is quite a bearish pattern. Thank you very much for being here. This is fairbinaryoptions.com, and all these analyses are possible due to the help of our sponsor here, Line.